Hey Stampers, this is Carrie Vacanti with Stampiphany, a great stampin' idea. Today I'm going to cover something that I get asked about a lot, and that is how to use a color hex chart. This particular hex chart was created by Nicole Watt. She is a local demonstrator. She is so sweet. She makes this available on her website, and so you can download this and print it out for yourself. I will leave a link to that in the description box if you would like to do that, and feel free to send her a thank you. Quick email, I thank her for doing that, because I'm sure this took a lot of work for her to do. So just to go over the chart really quickly, the bottom part has each one of our color families, the brights, subtles, regals, neutrals, and then of course our new in colors, or both of them actually. We have 10 total, one coming in, one going out every year. And up here is all of the colors that have been put kind of in a hex chart order. I don't know how she put it in that order, but I think she did a fabulous job. Now you might look at this and get a little overwhelmed. For example, you might, what do I do? What do I do with all these colors? How do I put them together? And that's what I would like to help you with today. Now this is just what I came up with. I wanted to figure it out. I did do some Googling, and I really didn't find a whole lot, of course, on the Stampin' Up hex chart, like how to match it and put colors together. There is some good hex chart stuff out there, like for Copic markers and things like that. Sandy Alnuck has one that's fabulous for Copic markers. But I wasn't sure how to use it. How do you put colors together when you're just trying to put cardstock together or things like that? So I went on a little adventure, and I decided to take our catalogs. This is my Occasions mini catalog, and I took our main catalog here, and I decided to just take our DSP and start listing out the colors that are in our DSP, because if you look in our catalog, it'll list out, I don't know if you can see that, but it lists out the different colors that were used in the paper. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to go through, and I went and mapped out every one of them one by one and tried to see if there was a pattern that emerged that I could perhaps use as a rule of thumb. And I think I did find one, and I hope today that it's helpful to you. If you have any tips on how to use this, feel free to leave them in the comment box. Let's all help each other out, because that's what we're here for, right? To help each other out. So here we go. I'm going to first, let's do one of them that's kind of easy. We're going to take the Sweet Little Things, and I'm just going to take my dry marker here. This is embossed, or not embossed, but this is laminated, so apologize for the glare. We're going to take each color and just put a dot on it. So the first color in this is Hello Honey. The next one is Pool Party. Then Tangelo Twist, Tip Top Taupe, Very Vanilla, and Watermelon Wonder. So now that we have our dots, what I found was they were connected in some way, and this one you could either connect it with the lines that go across this way. So this one, you can see these three are connected with a straight line. On the Hello Honey, the Tangelo Twist and Hello Honey are connected that way as well. If you look at Tangelo and Watermelon, they're actually connected in a straight line from color to color. So they just move from hex point to hex point there. Okay? Now, to connect the Tip Top Taupe and the Hello Honey, it's a little bit different, because if we go in a straight line, it's actually crumb cake. If we go, color to color, it's actually crumb cake. If we go a straight line over, it would touch Old Olive or Soft Suede. However, either this way or this way, I found that sometimes the color will step aside or step to a different color, like one hex off from where you land. But as long as the two colors are touching, as long as it's touching a color that was in the straight line, it still works. Kind of like a rule of a game or something. So let's try another DSP. Let me wipe this off here. Okay, let's go ahead and do Schoolhouse Design. That one is Basic Gray, Daffodil Delight, Garden Green, Pacific Point, Pool Party, Tangerine Tango, and then Whisper White. Now Whisper White it's a neutral, it'll go with anything, so I'm not really worried about that. But if you can see, we have the same rules. Daffodil is in a straight line from Tangerine. Garden Green and Basic Gray are in a straight line. And Pool Party and Pacific Point are also in a straight line. So this is color to color, these two, how they jump from hex color to hex color. And this one is in a straight line. And of course, Whisper White and Pool Party are touching, so that always counts. If the colors are touching, like if they're touching together, that's just fine. That's kind of a given. If these two colors are touching, they're going to go well together. So, but if you look here, if I take Daffodil Delight, what rule is that one? That is a straight line from color to color. But if we go over here to Tangerine, it goes to Blackberry Bliss if we were to go up the top. However, this is one of the ones that's kind of an exception to the rule because Basic Gray is a neutral. So it's going to go with pretty much anything. So if you look over here to get the Garden Green and the Pacific Point, it kind of is the rule of the step over. If we go down to Island Indigo, here we are, we could step over to any one of these three colors right here. Oh, let me move out of the glare. And so this one actually steps over to Pool Party or Pacific Point. Either one will work just fine. Okay, hopefully this is making sense. Let's do one more. This time let's go to the Occasions Mini and pick one out of there. Let's pick one of my favorites. Let's go to Botanical Garden. So this is a really pretty DSP. I've been having a lot of fun playing with this one. So this one has Basic Black. We'll skip that because it's a neutral and it's not on a chart. And she put a few neutrals on there, but Basic Black she did not. We're going to go to Cajun Craze, which is right here. Hello Honey. So those two are touching, so automatically they will be fine together. And we have Mint Macaron and Mossy Meadow and Old Olive. So these two touch, so it's okay. These two touch, they're okay. But it may seem as though Mint Macaron is just kind of out in left field. However, if you go from color to color from your Mossy, Mint Macaron is just one step off from that. You could, but if you look over here to Hello Honey, it's a straight line from Hello Honey. So depending on where the designer got, what direction they went from, they could have gone up to Mint Macaron and decided to step off and go to Mossy Meadow. And Mossy Meadow and Old Olive are kind of two steps together, you know, one lighter and then one darker, and that makes it great for this particular stamp set that it goes with, which is a two-step stamping set. So, a couple different rules to think about are colors that touch each other, they'll be fine. They go together, you can put those together. Colors that are in a straight line from each other, you can go from Daffodil all the way over to Marina Mist, and because you're in a straight line of the colors touching each other, you're okay. You could also use the white lines that are in between as long as it's a straight line. So you could go from crushed curry, straight line this over, and go to Pool Party, and you'll probably be just fine. Now if you want to step it up just a little bit, you could go over to Crushed Curry to Pool Party and say, well, I don't have a lot of Pool Party cardstock right now, or I don't have that particular ink pad. You could step over and go to Wild Wasabi or Island to Go or Tempting Turquoise. One of those would be just fine. So those are just some kind of rules that you could go by to help simplify things. They seem to work really well for me. I hope they work well for you. Feel free to comment below if you've got any more tips to help us have more fun putting colors together. I hope you have a great day. We'll see you later.